All right, fight fans, welcome to another edition of Ram at the Fights. Tonight I have a very special guest. As you know, I like to talk to BKFC fighters, and this is the first time I have a BKFC female fighter on the show, and she made her debut on May 10 in Salt Lake City, Utah, and she was victorious by a unanimous decision. His name is Shelby Boom Boom Cannon. Shelby, how you doing?
Good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing real well. Just getting off work, I was telling you. Just kind of, enjoying this week, after the victory. So,
Are you back in the gym already, or you're taking a break this week?
this last week I did take it a little easy just because of the kids. Last week of school, just trying to catch up with my business, my clients, and then my kids in softball, baseball. We've got graduations coming up. So actually tomorrow I'm going to start running again, and then I'll be back in full time on Monday.
Oh, nice! Yeah, can't wait to see you back on the square circle. So
Yeah.
so it was a great victory. I think you show a lot of great technique, and your fighting IQ was great. I think that was well shown there. So are you happy with the performance? I know every fighter want to finish, but overall, how you feel about your performance?
I mean, I felt really confident, especially like with the cardio because it was an elevated state. So we really took pride in making sure that we were training appropriately for the elevation. Um, and as far as like performance overall, I was pleased. I think that the fight really could have went either way, honestly. I mean, if I'm totally honest about it, I think I really pushed it. Um, I wasn't upset I didn't get a finish. I personally think that getting knocked out is more of a risk in
I,
fighting. Um, I don't know, maybe I'm a little soft, people might say, but I just feel like if you're, and especially in my division, we're trained. We go in there, we're in the best shape of our lives. I feel like being knocked out is definitely a risk. It's not something I look forward to. So, yeah, I don't know. I know some people take pride in the knockouts, but I myself would rather have a 5 round fight. I enjoy the actual fight. I enjoy, like the training leading up to it. I think that if I was only in an 8 second fight because of a knockout, I don't know. I don't think I'd feel as confident. I don't think I'd be as happy with being able to get in there. So
Yeah, you have something in common that I have interviewed previous fighters of BKFC, and they have the same thoughts as you. Like they had these guys had end up their fights very quick, and they feel a bit upset because they weren't able to show their skills and the work they had during the camp, and develop their
yeah, exactly.
skills. Yeah, do you feel the same way?
Yeah,
Like during the
yeah.
final round,
You,
your hard work show up.
yeah. I mean, that you want to get in there. Like the reward is fighting. The reward is competing. Like the reward is like the aftermath of being able to enjoy even not being in the gym for maybe a week or 5 days. So yeah, I agree with that. I would definitely rather be in there for 5 rounds than for 8 seconds.
So you got you have previous experience in bare knuckle and another promotion. You have a excellent record, 3-1. I was looking,
Thank you.
and how this opportunity of BKFC was show up to you. There was like they were doing scouting on you, or how this was presented.
So I had actually tried out for BKFC back in 2023 with Lorenzo Hunt and Kevin Smith when he was a promoter. And I was one of 5 people that got a contract out of
Oh.
like 100. And we just didn't move forward with it because it was a like a management deal and I didn't need a manager at the time. So we moved forward with BYB. And then we had been in contact with Nate and kind of keeping up with, BKFC as a whole. And so after my contract with BYB, Nate just hit us up and we stayed in contact. And so we just moved forward with BKFC, especially with me being 3-1, leaving BYB, them trying to build their division at 115 pounds. I mean, it makes sense to bring somebody in who has a lot of fights. I mean, their champ right now, me and their champ have the same amount of fights in our division.
Oh
There's
wow.
nobody else right now in our division that has 5 fights at 115 pounds. So, I mean, obviously, Britain Hart has 13 fights as a whole. But I'm saying in 115 pounds, me and her are the only ones that share 5 fights. Now she's 5-0. I'm 4-1. So, I'm pretty up there when it comes to, being able to have a fight against Britain Hart, really.
Yeah, and I see you're very updated with what's going on in the division, in the company, and we were talking previous. We start the interview, and yeah, when you were talking to me, I was like, oh, she's well knowledge about it, and that's good. That's great. You're keeping an eye on your future opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, the number one contender at 115 pounds in BKFC is Sarah Shell. She's the same height as the champ, so they're both 5'7". I'd love to have an opportunity to fight Sarah Shell before I fight Britain Hart, only to prove that I can beat everybody in the division leading up to Britain Hart. Just because I don't want anybody feeling like, I've not worked my way up and that I just kind of stepped in and feel like I can take over. Even though I do feel like I am ready to fight Britain Hart tomorrow. But I'll do whatever it is I need to do. And like I said, right now, Sarah Shell's the number one contender. After her, you're looking at Taylor Starling. She's coming off 2 losses. I don't think that fight makes sense. And then, after her is one of my good friends, Natalie Gage out of Indianapolis. And I'm not fighting her unless it's for a belt. So
Yeah, yeah, that would be a hard one. Finding a fellow lady from Indiana. So, and
yeah.
in a ideal that would in an ideal scenario, that would be your opponent, Sarah Chell. So, but right now you look great. It didn't seem like if I tell somebody, hey, I'm interviewing a BKFC female fighter, they won't believe me right now. So when you think you will be ready to come back to the square circle?
I mean, I had a cut above my right eyebrow. I
Oh,
had 4 stitches. Um, but it's pretty well healed if you ask me. But if you ask my coach, he'd probably say I need, at least 4 to 6 weeks off to do a full camp. But I mean, I'm ready, and I stay in shape, I stay ready. So I mean, they call me, I'm gonna get in there unless my coach is holding me back, which he won't. I know he'd be ready for us to get back in there. So I mean, I'm ready. I'm not taking time off and trying to lay. No, like we're in this. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 34. I feel like I'm in my prime. So yeah.
and when this opportunity was presented to your BKFC, seeing all the attention is getting right now, BKFC having David Feldman and now Conor McGregor in the mix, going international like Europe, we see cards in Italy, Abu Dhabi, Spain. That's something that will get you excited in the future, having an international fight.
Yeah, I mean, I've had an international fight before. My debut was in London.
Oh,
So, with BYB, and they treated us well out there, and I love the opportunity of being able to travel. Ultimately, though, like the States is my home. I have fought all people from different countries except Kat. She was my very first American that I ever
oh.
fought as a pro. So that was kind of cool. That was like check mark. Um, so I mean, as far as going international, it's cool, but I've already been there, kind of done that. But I'd be cool with Dubai, I guess, or like I was really looking forward to maybe an Italy debut with BKFC. That would have been dope. But it didn't happen, but that was all right. So, I mean, I'm open. I'd be cool with staying in the States. I actually enjoy the elevation states.
Oh,
So
okay.
I thought that would not be a thing for me with my cardio, but the training, it's just so motivating, like to stay in shape and just kind of do the crazy things we do for the elevation. I actually look forward to doing some more elevation states.
Oh, that sounds, yeah, sounds good. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they sometimes go to Colorado. That's another state that they have a bit of elevation too. Yeah, the other
Ah, I
one.
love Colorado.
Yeah. So previous to bare knuckle, you had also MMA experience. How you took the decision to leave MMA and just focus on bare knuckle? It was part of your probably family time, work, because probably doing just bare knuckle, working on boxing, focusing in one discipline. It was part of your decision. How?
Yeah. Yeah, my coach was a big part in that decision. Like, he's stand-up Muay Thai fighter, loves the grit of like the stand-up. And so because of him, I think we focused a lot more on the stand-up. And, BKFC back in 2020, I was telling somebody else this, that was when it was getting big. And that's when I really started getting into the idea that I wanted to become a professional fighter. So with, the shutdowns and everything that was happening, Paige Van Zant was going big and bare knuckle, and it was just all over the place. And so that was when I really started thinking, I want to do bare knuckle, man. Like that's my bread and butter. I love stand up. I want to do bare knuckle. And then so from there, it was just a vision, and it happened, and here we are. So it really wasn't a hard decision. It was meant to be.
No,
It was
that's
meant to be.
great. Nice.
Yeah.
How your family was always supportive on this decision? Your kid, how or it was mixed? How it was?
I mean, they're always supportive in everything that I do. I mean, bare knuckle always gives people this like they give you this look like you're gonna do what? You're bare knuckle, what? But you got to just educate them a little bit, let them know, the gloves were created to protect the hands, not the brain. So long-term effects is more prevalent in traditional boxing versus bare knuckle boxing. Like, yeah, you can break a hand, but the concussion rate is a lot lower in bare knuckle. And in MMA, I'm not taking elbows and knees, like I would be. So there's a difference, and sometimes you have to just educate people, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. I like the weird looks. Yeah, the controversy of it is part of it. But when you get in it, like I can't like look, I mean, I'm a week out and I'm good. I went 5 rounds with somebody. She's high level fighter. She fought in the contender series. She fought in like the Dana White series. Like she was in PFL and Invicta. I mean, she was a high level professional fighter. I just got done doing a 5 round bare knuckle fight with her, and I'm a week out and I don't even have a mark. So I'd say that says something about the sport.
Yeah, no, that's right. No, as I told before, if I tell somebody, hey, I'm interviewing a BKFC fighter, they will say, no, that's not true. No, that's great. Shelby, before we go, because I know it's late, and again, I'm very thankful you're doing this interview. I was reading something that I wanted to ask you. I heard you are a very active community leader and looking always for safety in your neighborhood. How is that? How are you working on
I
that?
don't know. I don't know where that came from. I read that myself on my I don't know what you would call it. What do they call that?
Like a bio?
My bio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, was that AI that generated that? I don't know where that came from. I have never walked around my neighborhood and advocated for safety. However, with that being said, I am an advocate against gun violence and against fentanyl and
Okay.
suicide, trying to protect our youth from some of the things that they're dealing with. And so I'm sure, honestly, that's probably where that came from. We're in Anderson, Indiana right now, and the three biggest epidemics that are taking our youth is suicide, gun violence, and fentanyl. So, it is important for us to talk about these things. And, my sponsor, he lost both of his sons to both fentanyl and gun violence. And his youngest son happened to be my nephew, which is my son's cousin, and we were all very close. And so that was a huge dramatic thing that happened in our family. And I work in a 30-day inpatient facility here in Anderson with men in recovery. So, I fully believe in the 12 steps and having a community for people who are in recovery, and just kind of loving people where they are. and just understanding that, like we've all been through something, and you never know what the person next to you has been through. And people have bad days, and you just need to be kind. Um, there's just a lot going on, and it's just not worth ruining somebody's day, just because you have a bad attitude. So maybe that's where the bio came from. I don't know.
No, that great stuff. Also, like, no, that's great. Yeah, we have to send a message. Hey, David Feldman, watch your AI or fix it or something. No, 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 no. Well,
No, that's okay.
well, Shelby, again, thank you for the interview. Thanks for doing this. We can't wait to see you back on the square circle. But
Yeah, absolutely.
before we go, can you tell the people where they can follow you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Instagram on Shelby Bay. That's Baebay. And then Shelby Moreau's Fight Club on Facebook. I think it's like Free Will 2020 if you type it in Google. I mean, other than that, you know, we're just around.
All right,
We're in Anderson, Indiana,
yeah.
A-town.
All
We like
right.
to say, no one from nowhere, Indiana.
How's the people there? The Pacers are in the final. People are excited for that
Oh,
or not
it's so
really?
exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's what I'm saying. Like we're always the underdog around here, Central Indiana. It's pretty awesome though. Like I love being from Indiana. There's a lot of controversy, but this is my home. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. My mom always says she's a California girl living in an Indiana world, and I can relate to that. So
No, and I'm gonna tell you. Look,
yeah,
um,
yeah, absolutely. Look at you representing.
no,
Yeah.
this is it's not because I'm on the bandwagon now. Since sixth grade, I grew up in Puerto Rico, being a Reggie Miller fan. I still have the trading cards. Like I have probably more than 50 Reggie Miller cards. And by the way,
Wow.
my Instagram handle include a three and a one, substituting an E and it's the 31 because of him. That's always my number.
Wow.
Yeah, I have the old jerseys, always a face. And my friends used to in the island, Puerto Rico, they used to make fun of me because I was the only Pacers fan they knew.
That is so great. Wow. I love it. See, it was meant to be. Even
Yeah,
little things like this. Even little things like this. This is
yeah.
this is what I love. It's the way it's supposed to be, man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Pacers all the way.
Yeah, let's go. Well, Shelby, thank you again. Guys, make sure you follow Shelby and don't forget to like the interview and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Shelby, and good night.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.